everyone, and welcome back to Ladies of Lavender. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and like to join the Ladies of Lavender family. Alright guys, so for today's video, we are going to talk about how to properly dispose of used period products. But before we get into that, I did want to remind you guys that we have an Instagram. Make sure to go follow us over at Ladies of Lavender. We post usually every single week to give you guys a heads up on what video we are posting for that week. But we also do donations every other month. Last month was a donation month, and so this month we're giving out all of our donations to the different affiliated organizations. So if you want to learn more about how we do donations, what's going on, make sure to go follow us over there. And I'm so sorry that I have been absent for the past 2 weeks. I just had finals. My last day of school was last Friday, so I'm finally getting back into the groove of doing videos. So I think that we all know maintaining personal hygiene is really important, but period hygiene is just as important. And period hygiene isn't just making sure your body is clean. It's also making sure you dispose of period products correctly, washing your hands, and all of that. So we talked about period blood last time, and in the video we discussed how period blood isn't any dirtier than venous blood or blood that comes out of your veins. But that doesn't mean that period blood is sanitary, just like how venous blood isn't necessarily sanitary. But it's not like period blood contains any extra uncleanliness. It's just blood. And blood usually isn't sanitary. But because period blood is still blood, we need to be conscious of how we maintain period products and stuff like that. So let's get into that right now. So I'm really just going to discuss the things that have wrappings like pads and tampons, because reusable products, you obviously don't need to dispose of them, so we're really just going to stick to things that are wrapped like tampons and pads. So first let's discuss tampons. So after you first insert a tampon, you're going to want to put the empty plastic applicator back in this wrapping that the tampon will come in. So just for an example, this isn't used, but after you insert the tampon, you're going to want to put the plastic applicator back in the wrapping like this and then dispose of it. So that way, if there's any blood on the applicator or anything like that, it's in this protective wrapping, so blood isn't getting anywhere that it's not supposed to. So when it's time to take out your tampon, remove it and wrap it in toilet paper. And you want to wrap it in enough toilet paper where there isn't any blood showing through in the toilet paper, if that makes sense. So you basically want to wrap it enough where there's no blood seeping through. And once you do that, you can throw it away in the trash can. So now let's talk about pads. So pads are a little bit more straightforward, but there's still a few options on how you can dispose of a pad. If you're in a place where you don't have access to toilet paper, like if you're camping or something, you can save this plastic wrapping that a pad comes in. So this green wrapping, once you take the pad off, you'll be able to use the wrapping. But if you decide to keep it, I would put it in a safe place like your pocket, in a backpack, in a protective pocket, something like that, so it doesn't get damaged. So when it's time to remove your pad, you can either wrap it in this green wrapping and then close it, or you can wrap it in toilet paper just like the tampon. When you remove the pad from your underwear, you're going to want to fold it where the used side, so this is where the blood would be sitting, you're going to want to fold it so that the blood is on the inside. So it's going to fold naturally like this, so that way you're not touching any of the blood, and when you're wrapping it, blood is less likely to seep through the toilet paper. So like this, you can either wrap it in the wrapper like this and then close, or you can wrap it in toilet paper, and the panty liners will work the same way too. So if you're in a situation where you don't have access to a trash can, I know that I've run into this situation a lot, either on road trips, camping, even going to a camp, you'll run into situations where you may not have access to a trash can. So when you anticipate those things, I would bring a Ziploc bag. I would suggest like a quart size Ziploc or something bigger. You don't want like a snack size Ziploc or anything like that. And you can put your used period products in there with the wrapping still on, and that way you can close it and store it in a backpack or a pocket or something like that, and it's not getting anything dirty, and you can throw it away once you have access to a trash can. So I would really encourage you guys to not throw used period products outside. Like if you're camping or you're at a camp, do not throw used period products in the woods or leave them outside. And do not throw them into trash cans or those little trash receptacles in the stalls of bathrooms if they don't have trash bags in them. I know that they're trash cans, but if they don't have a trash bag in them, do not throw them in there. Leaving used period products outside can harm animals or even people. And throwing away used period products into trash cans or little trash receptacles when there isn't a trash bag means that the people taking out the trash have to touch the used period products, and that's not okay. And it's not really sanitary. Like, I'm not here to shame period blood at all. It's not. I don't find it gross or anything, but it's still blood, you know, and if you're leaving a used period product in certain places where other people have to deal with it, it's not okay. So if you're in a situation where you don't have a Ziploc bag and you don't have a trash can, if it's in the wrapping, you'll be okay. You know, just keep it in a pocket or something and just look around for a trash can. That's all you have to do. And another thing that's really important to remember is to always wash your hands. I think everyone knows this, but it's even more important after you have wrapped your period product or touched it. You want to make sure to wash your hands. It's just to keep yourself healthy and other people healthy. Make sure to wash your hands after you touch used period products, especially after you touch used period products. But you do want to wash your hands all through this process. But just because, like anything, if you were to, you know, use the bathroom and then touch different things without washing your hands, that leaves the germs. It works the same way with period blood. Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope that this helped. If you have any questions about today's video or any period related questions, you can send us an email at ladiesoflavender20@gmail.com. You can send us a DM on Instagram at ladiesoflavender, or you can leave a comment down below. Alright guys, I'll see you next week. I've been looking for an answer.